10th CBSE Chemistry, Chapter Carbon and its Compounds. We'll start this video with an introduction to soaps and detergents. We'll see what is the manufacturing process of soap. We'll also understand how the soaps clean under the heading Missiles, the cleansing agents of soap. Now, before we dig in deeper on soaps and detergents, let's have a look at some of the TV commercials. Here it goes. Observe carefully and determine the theme behind these TV ads. Now with the tagline there, I think it's much more easy now. Now you remember for which product this commercial was shot. This was for a detergent powder. The detergent powder had a tagline, "Dirt is good." Well, one need not worry on the dirt if it can be easily removed. And that is what this TV commercial is doing here. It is telling the parents that they need not worry about the dirt on the children's clothes because there is a detergent powder which can easily remove the stains and dirt. Well, this campaign carries the message that dirt is good, giving the freedom for children to go out, play and learn, and also the parents the freedom from worries on fabric maintenance. Well, not only the clothes, even our body gets dirty, so we clean it with bathing soaps. But how do soaps and detergents remove the dirt? Do you have the same question? So we are going to find the answer for that question in this video. To understand how soaps and detergent remove dirt, it is necessary for us to understand the chemistry of soaps and detergents. So first, let us learn what soaps and detergents are chemically. Recall the reaction of saponification which we learned in the previous video. We saw that ethyl ethonate or ethyl acetate when reacted with NaOH, which is the base, gave a sodium salt of carboxylic acid and ethyl alcohol, that is the parent acid, as well as sodium salt of the parent acid along with the alcohol, the parent alcohol. Now here CH3COONA, which is nothing but sodium acetate. Sodium acetate is nothing but a soap. So let's define soap now. Soap is a sodium salt of long chain carboxylic acid which has cleansing properties. Soaps are nothing but soapy detergents with cleansing action in water. So let's understand more clearly. Any substance which has cleansing action in water is generally called detergent. So first thing you have to learn is this. So if there is anything, any chemical substance which can clean in water, it is called by a general name detergent. So detergents are of two types: soapy detergent and non-soapy detergent. Soapy detergents have general name again as soaps, and non-soapy detergent are called only detergents. Now be clear with this. See, anything which cleans in water is called detergent. Detergents are of two types: soapy detergent and non-soapy detergent. Soapy detergents are simply called soap, whereas non-soapy, that which doesn't contain soap, are called detergents. Now it's clear. So let's see some more differences between soaps and detergents. Soap is made up of sodium salts of long chain carboxylic acid. Recall that in our previous video we learned that there are sodium salts formed when a carboxylic acid reacts with an alcohol, producing a sodium salt. Now these sodium salts are nothing but soaps, whereas detergents are sodium salts of long chain benzene sulfonic acids. Please make a note of the difference. Here the sodium salts which are formed are of long chain benzene sulfonic acids or alkyl sulfonic acids. So this is the main chemical difference between the two. In soap it is carboxylic acid, in detergents it is benzene sulfonic acids or alkyl sulfonic acids. Soaps are usually made from plant or animal fat, whereas detergents are made from petroleum fractions such as petrol, diesel and others. The third and important difference between the two is their action in hard water, their efficiency. In hard water, soap forms insoluble salts of calcium and magnesium, which then precipitates. And because of this, the soap is unavailable for cleansing action, because all the soap which was there in the water in the dissolved form is now precipitated along with the calcium and magnesium. And because of this precipitation, there is no soap left for cleaning, and hence dirt remains. Whereas detergents are highly efficient even in hard water, because whatever the salts are produced, they are soluble, and hence detergent is not wasted. It is still there in the water to clean the cloth. So this is very important difference between soaps and detergents. Yes, soaps are inefficient in hard water, whereas detergents are effective even in hard water. Moving on, the next important difference is their biodegradability. Soaps are biodegradable and hence are quite environment friendly. It doesn't remain in the environment, whereas detergents are not biodegradable. Most of the detergents are not biodegradable and hence accumulate in the water resources, leading to the death of aquatic animals. Now we have understood the differences between soaps and detergents. So now it's time to understand how do the soaps and detergents remove dirt. A molecule of soap is made up of two parts, a hydrophilic head and a hydrophobic tail. The hydrophobic tail is a long hydrocarbon part and the hydrophilic head is a short ionic group. So now let's have a look at the chemical structure of this molecule. Here it goes. You can see here it's a sodium stearate, a soap, the structure of which has been displayed on the screen. So you can see that the hydrophobic tail is quite long, whereas hydrophilic head is short ionic part in the long chain. So this is the structure of a soap molecule. The hydrophobic part, as the name itself tells, is a water repellent, whereas the hydrophilic head is a water loving end. It is the hydrophobic tail which is soluble in oil and grease, or which gets mixed with the oil and grease and dirt to remove it. So let's see what happens when we dissolve a soap or a detergent in water. So when you dissolve a soap in water, it first forms a colloidal suspension and the soap molecules get aggregated around the dirt. As you can see here from the second picture, the hydrophobic tails get attached to the dirt, whereas the hydrophilic heads remain suspended in the water. Because of this, they give rise to a spherical aggregate of soap molecules which is called micelles, and these micelles lift the dirt from the cloth. And when you rinse the cloth in water, they are washed off. This is how the soaps clean. So soaps clean by the action of micelles, the spherical aggregates of soap molecules. Now you must have understood how the soaps remove dirt from clothes and skin. Let's have a quick recap of all that we have learned today. We learned that the detergents are nothing but the substances which has cleansing action in water. Detergents are of two types, soapy detergents which are generally called soaps and non-soapy detergents which are generally called detergents. So there are few differences between them. Soaps are made up of sodium salts of long chain carboxylic acids, whereas detergents are made up of sodium salts of long chain benzene sulfonic acids or alkyl sulfonic acids. Soaps are made from plant or animal fat, whereas detergents are made from petroleum fractions. In hard water, soaps form insoluble salts, whereas detergents produce soluble salts. Soaps are inefficient in hard water, whereas detergents are still efficient in hard water. Soaps are biodegradable, whereas detergents are non-biodegradable. We also saw that soaps form micelles, which are spherical aggregates of soap molecules, and these micelles remove the dirt from cloth and skin. In this video, you understood what are soaps and detergents, how soap is manufactured, that is a saponification reaction, and you learned the mechanism by which the soaps clean, that is through micelles.